Hi and welcome back to my channel again, Search for Passive Income. This morning I'm in my conservatory again, just doing a little bit of work on my computer, and I'm about to install a plugin on one of my niche websites. The plugin is called ConveyThis. It's a plugin that will transform your website into multiple languages. I believe it has up to 90 available languages. And once you've installed the plugin and chosen one of their packages and their pricing plans, you can have up to 5 different languages running on your website. So what that means is at the touch of a button, a visitor can simply choose the language which they prefer to read your website in. There's no CSS coding, there's no programming or anything needed. It's just a simple plugin that you install, and within seconds it instantly transforms it from English into Spanish. It's as easy as that, apparently. So I just thought I'm going to install it on my website now, and why don't I bring you along for the journey and let's see what it's all about, how easy it is to install, what the pros and cons are, and yeah, let's see what it looks like. Stick with us. So here we are on the main homepage of ConveyThis.com. And before I start, I'd just like to say I've not been sponsored for this review. However, I did reach out to ConveyThis, explaining that I was going to put this plugin on my website and that I would be doing a YouTube review of it, and I wanted to know whether the plugin was capable of translating one of my websites, which is quite a big site and it has a lot of words on it, and would it be capable of doing this. And ConveyThis did kindly say that they would upgrade me to the Pro plan, so I could give a full and an in-depth review of this plugin, which was much appreciated, and but it definitely is not going to influence my decision on this. I'll always be honest and open about anything that I find, and like I say, we are going to install this live on my site, so if there is any issues or if it is complicated, we're going to see it here and now, so there's no way of avoiding it. So yep, so this is ConveyThis. As you can see, it's a multi-language plugin, and it can be used on various platforms as well. So it can be used on Shopify and other e-commerce sites, as well as WordPress websites, which is the main thing that I'll be using it on. And it involves no CSS coding. It's simply a plugin, and apparently you just select the languages that you want, and that's it. It's as easy as that, so they say. Now the pricings are here. You can see they look scary when you see these, but we'll get into that in a moment. Don't be put off straight away by this. They do a free plan. The free plan is here, and as you can see, on any WordPress or Shopify account, you can install this plugin and get one free language, and it will translate 2,500 words or up to 10,000 monthly page views. Now, if for anything larger than that, if your website's bigger than that, if you get more than 10,000 page views a month, you will have to upgrade to the business plan. Now, to be honest, the business plan doesn't look bad at all. $219 per year. There's no monthly subscription with that, so one-off payment, which will then give your website 5 languages, which, to be honest, I think if you're going to do this, one language is not going to be enough, I don't think, to see any great improvement. However, if you had 5 languages, you could target the top 5 non-English speaking countries around the world, which will certainly improve your SEO and rankings, and therefore increase your traffic, because it does apparently transform your metadata and your product and website description and taglines. So it will then rank not only in .com and .co.uk, it's more likely to rank in other domains and other countries. So I certainly think the business plan for a one-off payment of $200 isn't scary at all. You get premium support with that, and it does translate up to 100,000 words into 5 different languages. If you look at the Pro plan, it jumps up to $500 a year. Again, quite a substantial amount of money now, but you can run this on unlimited languages, and it does 400,000 page views a year. And the best thing about that is it's multi-site. You can run it on any site you wish. So if you had several small niche sites, you could have unlimited languages on every niche site. So that looks really good. $500 a year. Yep, it's a big chunk of money. I get it. But if that conveys into extra sales and extra traffic and extra ad revenue, it looks like that could be worth it. So first thing we're going to need to do is log into our WordPress dashboard. So this one I'm going to be installing on fishkeepingforever.com. It's one of my largest sites, and therefore I think it's more beneficial to have multi-languages on a site that's actually getting a decent amount of traffic. So let's go ahead and log into here. I'm sure you'll excuse me for covering my username and password. I'm sure you'll understand. So the first thing we're going to need to do is go down to plugins and install plugins, and then go to add new. I'm just going to search for this, so ConveyThis, see if it finds it. Sure enough, there it is. It's had 70 reviews, looks like it's got 4.5 stars, which is good. Updated a week ago, which always shows that it's a safe plugin to use, and 800 plus active installations at the moment, and it is growing fast, so I can quite easily see that number shooting up. So let's go to install and click activate. Right, so straight away we can see that the plugin is now on the site and it is now activated, and we have the warning sign here, ConveyThis plugin is installed but not yet configured. So click here, so let's click there and see what we get. Now the first thing you're confronted with is a API key. Now you have to set up a free ConveyThis account, which will give you an API which you'll get and be able to use for the free version of this, so don't be too worried. It doesn't ask you for any credit card details or anything like that. So let's just click login. So all you need to do is, if you have not created an account, then just click register here, or fill in these details here, just your standard email address, name and password, and where you heard about the plugin. Now there's no credit cards involved or anything, so don't worry, you can completely get onto the free version of this without any credit card details being entered. I've already registered an account, so I'm just going to click login. So once you've successfully registered your account, you should end up on your main dashboard here, which will tell you what your current plan is and which you can upgrade there, the total amount of words that it's translated for you, the total amount of page views. Like I said, the more words you have on your website and the more page views you get, obviously the bigger plan you'll need, but you know, that's just how these plugins work, and we're all in it to make money, and that's what they're doing here, so that's absolutely fine. And here's your API key, which we'll need, so you just simply copy your API key, head over to your website, enter the API key in there, and then it asks you for your source language, which is what is your current language on the website. So ours currently is English, and then it'll ask you for your target language. So if this is the free plan, you would simply choose the one language that you want to try. As you can see, there's all these different languages. If you have the pro plan or any of the bigger plans, you can obviously choose multiple languages. So I'm going to go for Spanish at the moment, a widely used language, and click Save Changes. Okay, so we've got our API key in, we've got our source language, which is English, and we've got our targeted language, which is Spanish. Now, like I say, on the free version, you're going to get one. If you have any bigger plans, you'll be able to choose up to 5 different ones, I believe. And there's a little preview here of what the actual icon is that the visitor is going to be able to click to change it to different languages. So it says English here, and it's got the USA flag, which we'll see if we can change that. I'd prefer if it was English to have the Union Jack there, but you know, English is spoken in the USA, obviously. And if we click here, you can see all the languages that we've selected. Currently, we've got Spanish. Now, because I'm on the Pro plan, like I say, I could choose a different language. So let's just have a look and choose something else. Urdu. Let's try that, and let's try something else. Welsh would be an interesting one. Russian. There's lots of different languages. Look at all these. Wow. Korean, Japanese, Italian. That'd be interesting. Japanese I'd love to see. So let's try Japanese. Hindu. German. Yeah, well, so far we've got 6 there. Is that available? Yeah, it seems to be letting 6 go in. So, okay. So, I mean, let's click Save Changes and see what happens. I mean, that seems too easy to me. That can't be it. There must be some more settings. But let's just have a look over at the website itself. So here we are on the home page. As you can see, currently all in English, and we have the little icon down in the bottom corner. I am going to see if actually that can be placed over at the left hand side, because I currently have a little icon there which is for push notifications, for people to subscribe to receive push notifications every time I publish a new article. I want to keep that there. So, but let's just see, click the icon. Yep, sure enough, there's the language, Spanish, which is our chosen language. So let's just click that and see what actually happens and how long it takes. Now, my Wi-Fi, I'm sat here in my conservatory, it's not the best, so this could possibly be a little bit slower than normal, but let's go, let's see how long it takes. And there we go. Well, I counted that as about 12 to 13 seconds. Now, has it translated the whole website, or has it just translated the home page? That's what I'm actually interested in. So it looks like it's done a great job on the home page. Obviously, it's not going to translate your images where you've got writing in the images, but it has translated the menus, the headings. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. Obviously, it's not translated the logo, which is absolutely fine. So let's click one of these articles and actually see if it's translated the whole article. And yes, I mean, look at that. It's absolutely, it has translated it all. Again, like I said, it's not translated this over, which are images or little plugins and stuff. It's not translated them. I get that. That's absolutely fine. There's no way you could do that. But it has translated all the article. Now, I don't speak Spanish, so I'm trusting. I mean, that does look strange to me, but obviously, you know, Spanish is a totally different language. But I mean, I suppose you could copy some of this wording into an external translation plugin and just test it to see if it's actually translated it correctly. Now, one of the things I've been told that if it doesn't translate anything correctly, you can actually check that. So if we just put this back into English so I can see what I'm doing, I'd head back over to the plugin settings. If we go to ConveyThis, I believe you can down here, yeah, edit my translations. So I believe, let's just click it and see what happens. So I believe from here you can click My Translations, and if there is something that's not translated correctly, you can add the word and add the correct translation of that word. So the system will learn and it will correct that throughout your website. So that's a good little feature. I've not actually played around with it yet. You can see it's a total of 8,700 words have been translated. Total number of languages 1. You can see then it obviously increases your usage. It tells you exactly where you are within your plan, whether you need to upgrade or not. So yeah, I mean, that looks really good. It's quite simple and clean. So I've noticed here it says show more options. So I'm just going to click that. Ah, yeah. So here we are. So there's a lot more options on here. Redirect visitors to translated pages automatically, based on the user's browser settings. So if that user was in Spain using Spain's browser settings, then it would automatically translate it. So if I click that to yes, then that should automatically translate it as soon as they log on in let's say Spain, they will automatically see it in Spanish. So you can choose that. I think if you had that to yes, that's going to use a lot of your data allowance, because not everybody in Spain will be speaking Spanish. You might have a large English community out there. So if you put that to yes, it's automatically going to be using your credits for translating it. Now, I think you only need to translate your website if they choose to view it in that language. I don't see it's necessary for everybody to see it in Spanish, for instance, unless they choose themselves to speak Spanish. That way it's going to be cheaper and it's not going to cost you as much, and you're not going to have to upgrade your plan as much. Hide the Convey logo. Can we choose yes? Yeah, you can choose yes, so that's fine. Translate the media, adapts images. So let's click yes on that, and we'll test that out in a second. Translates your PDF files, so you can choose yes or no for that. I'll leave that at no at the moment. I do have an ebook on there, so that would possibly be a good thing to click, but it's a very long ebook, so again, if it translates that, it's going to use a lot of words to translate it, so again, you would probably have to upgrade your plan. Picture, select the display style for the flags. Right, so this is the flags over here. So if we click square, you can see it changes, circle, and no flag. I think it definitely pops out with a flag. I like the circle, and we'll try the circle. And the text, short text, no text, full text. I like the full text, we'll keep that there. Aha, there we go. So click fix position, vertical location of the language selection button on the site, whether you want it at the top of your website or the bottom of your website. I think the bottom's fine, but I just wanted it over to the left hand side. You can also increase the spacing and the positioning of the flag, so sometimes it appears right in the very bottom corner and it's hard to see, especially if it appears on mobile. The flag. So if we choose English, can we then choose a United Kingdom flag? Although I'm happy to keep it to USA because the majority of my traffic is USA, but I'm just interested. Like I say, this is a live test. I'm learning as quick as you. So, yep, there we go. So you can change that to English. Okay, so once you've made all the necessary changes, it says here that you need to paste the code from the selection below into your website before the body tag, and that will then install all the changes into your website. So let's just try that. You can copy to clipboard here or just right click, head over to the website. Now to install any coding or CSS, I use a little plugin which is in the settings here, and it's called Insert Header and Footer, and I'm just going to put it in the body and click save, and then just head over to the website. So there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's instantly put the flag over to the left hand side, and there we go. Spanish is still there, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm really actually impressed with the plugin. It's one of the simplest plugins I've ever used. Literally all you need to do to actually get it started is create the free account and then simply copy and paste the API in, choose your current language, choose your preferred language, and you're done. It is actually as simple as that. And again, if I just show you, let's just click Spanish, and within a matter of seconds it's going to instantly translate your whole website. There you go. There's nothing more to be said, really. I absolutely love it. I am going to play around with it. I'm going to see now. Obviously they've given me the an increased package, a pro plan. I'm going to see if that actually makes any difference. I'm going to add it to my site now. I'm going to add up to 5 languages, and I'm going to leave it for a month or 2 on my website and see if I actually do get any more traffic from doing this. So I'm going to monitor that through Google Analytics, and I should also see hopefully some purchases from other countries. I don't get many purchases from Spain or Mexico or any countries like that. So if I add these languages, it will be interesting to see. I do have Amazon accounts set up in various countries. Spain is one of them, Italy is one of them, Germany is one of them. So if I add this translation in those languages, it'll be interesting to see if that converts into any sales. So yeah, stick with us if you wish. I'm just going to add some more countries onto here and then leave it a month or two and see if we actually get any sales. So yeah, if you want to stick around and watch me do that, you're welcome to do so. Please go check the plugin out. It's called ConveyThis. It's a fantastic plugin. I love it. I have so many people say to me, should I build a website in a different language? My main country is not UK or USA, and I'm always stumped what to tell them. But now I can simply say, listen, install this plugin, click of a button, it translates it into whatever language you wish. So go check it out, ConveyThis.com. It's a fantastic plugin.